welcome to our last video of the first season. This video is about life is a gift, and connecting to that, we want to keep sharing with you thoughts and ideas on our profiles during these 3 months that we're taking off. And so please enjoy this video, Life is a Gift, in which we're going to share some thoughts about how we are being blessed with the way we perceive things, how life is a gift, even if it's tough sometimes. And we're going to start with some ideas. So, Carol, Palak, what's the point? What's the focus?
What's the point? I'll start. I was originally thinking of making, I made a little list of some of the biggest gifts I feel like I've had in my life. But after I thought about it a little more, I really came back to the conclusion, and I'll talk about some of what I consider my biggest gifts. But to me, life is a gift, and everything in life is a gift. Life itself with, just like nature and all the living things, and all the energy, it's huge amount of gifts. And the more we recognize those gifts and have gratitude for them, the better our lives will be. And we have the normal gifts, like, I thought about my family I grew up with, and we're really, really close. Although I lost two of my sisters, but my oldest sister, when she left, she had a child. And that was such a gift to my family. And she's the one who lives in Italy. Her name is Nancy. And then Nancy had a child. And I'm so excited because Nancy and Lara are coming over from Italy to Phoenix tomorrow. Actually, they're on a plane. So I'm going to Phoenix and I'm going to get to see them again. And I haven't seen them in about a year and a half. And they are like they are dear, dear family. It's not like it's a niece who lives far away. It's like she's part of my soul. So, that's a gift. I also thought about my divorce was a huge gift. That I have to say I gave myself. I was the one who initiated it, but that was a huge gift. And then I met Thomas, and then I got the gift of becoming a sailor / mermaid and adventurized around the Caribbean for, 5 years. So I think the important thing is take stock of your gifts and have gratitude for them, because the more that you love what you have, the more you will get, the more gifts that will be given to you, because the universe loves when you're happy and excited, and they're just going to pour more on you. That's my little thoughts on the gift of life. It's an amazing, wonderful gift. How about you, Palak?
Me, oh my God. I'm just in love with life, regardless of whatever nature of challenges we get. Like, okay, to start with the basic, I know for some people, for many of us, it's not, the road is not smooth and easy. There are bumps on the road. There are challenges in life we all face through. Some, I don't understand why. For some, there are many more than we can imagine. And for some, basically you compare, but I'm sure there's a lot of reasons behind it which we don't understand as humans. But what I've got to understand is what me and my sister have written in it's nowhere around anyway. Oh, there it is. This book is Life as We Know It, which my sister and I have written, and she's the one who's downloaded all this information. And I just love this chapter which she's gifted, I feel, me as well as the world through this book, is that the nature of life is, the heart monitor. When you look at the heart monitor in the hospitals, there are waves going up, down, up, down, right? But what does a straight line mean? There's no life, right? Now, the up, down are the life's challenges in life. Sometimes it's up, sometimes it's down. So it's like the universe gives you stimuli, and then you respond and you react to it. We don't understand where the stimuli comes from, and we're all trying to put our head around it. But why? But why? But we do know that the nature of life on earth is up and down, challenges, right? The road is not smooth. There are bumps on the way. But having said that, we've got this beautiful gift of choices. We've got this beautiful gift of realizing that there is life in everything. Now, what is life? There are different forms of energies, is what I've understood with my little brain or little knowledge that I have. That the life in us, we are energy as well. Life in a pen, energy in the pen, right? We know every atom, molecule, nucleus, just break everything down. And when you go down, there's just energy, right? So there's energy everywhere. Every second. I mean, everything's precious. There are different intelligence. There's animals, birds, and different forms of intelligence. Like we just did an earlier podcast, angels and energies that were once human beings and now they no longer are. So they are also different intelligence. The extraterrestrial living in different parts of the universe or some other realms. There's so much that exists in this world which we are not even aware of. We're trying to put our heads around it, right? Some believe, some don't believe. That's their choice. That's their right. But there's so much. This life is so huge. We can't even put our heads around it. And I just know that every second is so beautiful and powerful. In 1 second, look what happens. In 1 second, someone is born. Someone dies and changes form. There's so much happening in 1 second, right? All these things is what my sisters taught me, and she shared in the book, is life as we know it. So life is so precious, huge, humongous. You want help? The whole army is there to help you. Like earlier podcast, Maria just explained to us, there are angels, there are guardian angels, there are ascended masters, there are guides, there's so much around. So yes, we all go through challenges, but when we ask for help, we do get sometimes help in different forms or the other. So I'm just fascinated with life. I think our study about life will never get over. Why? Because we all are living in our own ponds, and there's only so much that we can know about, our little experience based on our experiences, because everything else is acquired knowledge. Somebody else has gone through it, or we don't even know if it's real because it's happened so many million years ago. But having said that, everything's so fascinating about life. And then once you're here, I believe just live it. Yes, it's fascinating to know what had happened, what will happen, what's happening somewhere else. But what what's happening here and now, I just wish I had the power and the sensibilities and the tools to experience everything now, rather than being present here when my mind is somewhere else thinking about the future, which is natural for all of us. So I just love life. It's just very exciting.
I love what you said. And I was thinking about how I feel blessed and thankful for being able to appreciate life that way. It's very similar. It's like everything is a blessing, even if it's in disguise, even if it's an illness that you go through, somebody's death, or difficult experiences in life that are there. And I think that that's a blessing, because it's not that things don't happen to you, but the way we perceive them changes so much how we go through them. I mean, it's like a whole different experience. So I feel blessed because I can see, if I cannot see the purpose of something, I ask for it, and I am very stubborn, so I ask for it until I get it. I call my therapist, I invoke my spirits, and I go to a shaman, or I search for it somewhere, because it's the meaning that I give to it. It doesn't have it.
But sometimes I think it takes a while. Like everything happens for a reason. You may not know that reason right away. It might take you 3 months to figure out that reason,
Oh, yeah.
but you will at some point reflect back and it was like, oh wow, I really got this out of that or that out of that. I know when I think about, when our ship sunk and everything, and I, manifested we're going to live to tell this tale. And I look back on what that has opened up in my world of, becoming a writer, meeting you guys, doing our podcast, and, just the fun of telling the story to other cruisers. And, just there were so many wonderful things. And thank you, my angels, for protecting us and, getting us back to land. But, everything happens for a reason. And I just love all those things. And I love you guys so much. And, had my ship not sunk, we would not be here. I would not be here.
Definitely.
Life, instead of taking life yes, there are moments when we've got to take life seriously, but instead of taking it always seriously and being critical and suspicious and judgmental, why not play with life the way you're saying? Call upon the angels. Okay, angels, show me. Can you do this? Can you help me with this? And see what works, what doesn't. If you stay in your bubble with the kind of stories that you have made in your head, and you think, no, I think like this and this is the only way, well, then you will live it like that. But if you're open to what else is possible, so what else can be done? Oh, is this possible? Let me try and see. So unless you put yourself out there and you experiment or you learn, we'll never know. And that's what they say. Life is meant to be played, because they say, don't take life so seriously. It's like, you're gone to do a play and you've done your role and then you're coming back, So it's like, we don't know what's out there. We are here right now. Let's just make the most of it. And then we have to go back anyway, ultimately.
I've got a very good friend, and she once told me one thing that has stick to my head and my soul since then. So I was crying because of a breakup or something or some kind of thing. And I was upset because of it. And we were talking on the phone. I remember exactly the place I was in the bus, where the bus was riding, because it was so shocking. Like, it struck me. And it was, if you're going to tell, I mean, you're telling yourself lies all the time. Whatever you think about life, it's a lie. So why don't you tell yourself lies that make you happy? It was like, I was shocked. It was like, yeah, you're thinking about an interpretation of something, which is obviously not going to be the whole truth because you don't have the facts. You just have your perspective. So it's going to be a lie. It's not going to be the whole truth. So
Absolutely.
why don't you tell yourself whatever makes you happy? And I was like, that's an amazing mantra. It's like, I'm here thinking that this thing, we had this relationship and this happened. It's like, why don't I think like, maybe this has happened because there's something better coming towards me, and it's the same thing. It's a lie. It's just tell yourself
Absolutely.
something that makes you
Yeah.
happy.
Absolutely. And it's like this, I think we all are
Great.
invisible frogs in our own ponds, and we don't even know, that there's an ocean out there. You can, and what kind of experiences are happening in the other ponds or the oceans. It's like, sometimes I wonder, I was just sitting in the garden the other day and I was just staring at the tree and I was just wondering, in that tree or in the soil, there is a small little insect, even minute, 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 okay? That insect's whole life or universe or his reality is probably not even reaching the top of the tree or the branch and looking at the fruits and the flowers and the leaves. So that insect is born and dies there. That's his reality. That's his truth. That is life for him. That is the information that he has. And he just lives and enjoys whatever experience he gets at that moment, and it's done with. Seem like all the insects which live for only one day or maybe 24 hours, or I don't know, very short lifespan. So it's like, we are also like that, isn't it? Just we think we know it all, and we have it all, we know it all, but we could be just one little insect living in this little corner or a bubble of the universe, and then
We are.
we're gone.
I'm laughing, Palak, because you talked about the frogs in the pond. The insect's having a great time till the frog comes by and sticks his tail or his tongue out, right? And laughs him up. That's funny. One symbol that's been near and dear to my heart since my early 20s is the tree of life symbol. And it's kind of resonating with all of this, but I bought this coverlet for my bed. It was like one of the first things I bought in my apartment. It was actually a 100-year-old home. It was a really cool place to live as my first, away from college thing.
100-year-old.
And I bought this.
What? Sorry, what did you say?
Yeah,
100-year-old.
a 100-year-old home. I lived in this 100-year-old home, my first apartment. Actually, I had the whole home. The guy who owned it lived behind it, and his grandfather built this home. And it was like the big tall ceilings. And somehow my friend who I decided, we kind of connected and said, oh, we need roommates. She found it and it was the coolest place. But anyway, so I bought this coverlet for the bed. It wasn't even like a bedspread. It was just like a little thing, but it was this humongous tree of life and it had every color in the world on it. And there were all these colorful birds all over the branches. And ever since then, I have loved the symbol of the tree of life. And to me, that I thought about that when I bought it. It's like, wow, there's so many different branches and ways to go in your life, and colors to see. And it's like your options are limitless.
Endless.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And I thought that was
Oh, that's
cool. Yeah.
beautiful. It's a beautiful way to look at it. So true. And they say that however you want to learn about the universe, all those examples are available in the daily simple things of our lives. You just look around and you can resonate, or I don't know.
Yeah.
I think we can go on when it comes to life. Though we know nothing, yet we can talk so much.
Yeah. So guys, thank you for being with us one more day on this topic about life as a gift, or life is a gift. And if you have enjoyed, please
Like, share, and subscribe.
Okay, so thank you guys for
Right.
being with us this season. It's been a great pleasure to share with you about our interests and the way we perceive things. As you know, we come from 3 different perspectives of life, 3 different countries, 3 different continents. So we feel really blessed for having this space to share with you.
Yes, and we hope that you are enjoying it and learning as much as we are. We keep saying how much we learn from each other and how you think you know something, but then you learn a deeper perspective of it. And that's what we're trying to share. So thank you so much, everyone, for coming along with us. And we're going to take a break for about 3 months, ladies, the summer, and then we'll be back on a weekly basis. And in the meantime, we're going to sprinkle little thoughts of wisdom out there to keep in touch.
Yeah. And there will be changes and new things and new subjects and new proposals on this space. So keep in touch to get to know what's coming because you may enjoy it.
Until then, we'll miss you. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
And we'll see you in 3 months.